Hello there, my name is McHorse, and welcome to Aperture tutorial series. This is episode number 2, and in this video I'll show you basics of managing camera fixtures. So what are camera fixtures? Camera fixtures are building blocks of a camera profile. Different camera fixtures provide different camera movement and behavior. There are currently 5 types of different camera fixtures at the moment of making this video: null, idle, circular, path and keyframe fixtures, listed from simplest to most complex. To add a camera fixture, you need to click on plus button and pick the desired fixture type. I'll add an idle fixture. Idle fixture simply locks the camera at specific point and angle in the world. It can be used to create simple shots of your characters. Once you added a fixture, it will get selected and will be ready for editing. On the left, you have meter properties. The name field allows you to give a name for the fixture to be displayed in the timeline bar, and duration determines for how long the fixture will be playing. Fixture's duration is measured in ticks. All you need to know about ticks is that 1 tick is a single logic update in Minecraft. There are approximately 20 ticks in a 1 second. On the right, you have position and angle editing fields. Those gray text fields, which can be found in all of my mods, are special. They allow you to change the numerical values without having to type it out manually, but you can type out the value manually as well. If you'll left click and drag on the right part of the field, you'll be able to change its numerical value by dragging mouse up and down. The further your cursor away from the field, the more it changes the value of the field. You can also use Ctrl, Shift and Alt modifiers to manipulate the value in a specific way. If you'll hold Shift and drag, it will make the change multiplier higher. This will let you to adjust values faster. Meanwhile, if you'll hold Alt, it will make the change multiplier lower. This will let you to find a perfect value for given property. And finally, by left clicking on the right side and holding Ctrl, allows you to round the value of the field. So by using these fields, you can adjust position and angle of an idle fixture with precision. Position fields allow you to change the position in 3D space. X and Z are horizontal axes, while Y is a vertical axis. X and Z fields can be used to move camera left and right, and forward and backward, respectively, relative to the world rather than camera, though. 1 unit on all axes are equal to 1 block. While angle fields allow to change camera angles, Y is responsible for horizontal camera orientation. That is, you can use it to look to the left or to the right, while pitch is for vertical. You can use it to look up and down. Roll field allows you to configure the angle which turns the camera's screen clockwise or counterclockwise. And finally, FOV angle, which stands for field of view, lets you to configure how much camera sees. The lower the value of FOV, the more narrow the field of view is, which gives a cinematic feeling to the characters, and lets you to focus on characters much nicely, while the higher FOV value is, the more can fit into the picture, but higher values distort the picture. All of these angle values are made to work in 360-degree value range. That is, 1 full circle is 360 degrees. Once you go above, it will just come back into the starting position. Here, I have a little visual demonstration of position and angles. X goes there, Y goes there, and Z goes there. Yaw looks like this, pitch looks like this, roll looks like this, and FOV looks something like this. Let's create a couple more idle fixtures. You can either exit the camera editor and add a new idle fixture, so it was placed where you are, or just add a new idle fixture and change the values manually. Now, if we'll try playback newly added fixtures, you'll see the result. Nice. Beside playing and pausing, there is another way to preview your work. If you open camera options and click on sync checkbox, or press S key, you'll enable sync mode. Sync mode allows to scrub through timeline bar and immediately see how the camera moves without having to play and pause. Before we get into path fixture, there are 2 other things you need to know about timeline bar. To select a camera fixture for editing, you can right click on any colorful strip in the timeline, then it will get selected. Alternatively, you can press D key to deselect current fixture. You can also change duration of fixtures interactively. Hover your mouse cursor over the edges of fixtures until a special indicator will show up. Right click on the edge and drag the mouse to change the duration of the fixture. Now let's get into the path fixture. Path fixture uses user created points to form a path and travel through its duration. I'll add a new path fixture beside the fields that idle fixture has. Path fixture has a few additional control elements. At the bottom, we have path points widget, which allows to manipulate individual points of a path. Here, you can create, remove and move points. If you have too many points, you can drag while holding right mouse button to scroll through. The point's position and angle can be edited in the fields which are shown in the idle fixture. This should be more or less straightforward. The most important control elements of the path fixture that changes everything are the position and angle buttons on the left. These two buttons are responsible for setting path's position and angle interpolation separately. Interpolation is basically a math function which determines how missing data in between 2 points is being calculated, but in simpler terms, an interpolation changes the way camera moves. Play around with these different interpolations. However, my tips would be, use linear interpolation for simple movement with 2 points only. For 3 or more, generally use Hermite interpolation, and if you want sudden moves in between points, use exponential in and out. Now let's take a look at some of the buttons in the toolbar. On the left, you have 2 buttons to move fixtures places, a button to cut a fixture into 2 fixtures, copy your current position to a fixture, move duration to cursor, and interactive creation mode. The first 3 are self-explanatory, while the other ones require some explanation. Interactive creation mode will be covered in its own video. Anyways, copy your current position allows you to copy your player's position to the fixture. Let's say you have sync mode disabled, and you exit the camera editor and move to another spot. Instead of creating a new fixture, you just go back to the camera editor and use this feature either by clicking on the button or pressing the B key. The move duration to cursor feature is another way to change duration of the fixture. Move anywhere the cursor after currently selected fixture, and click on the button, or press the N key, and the duration will be moved exactly to where cursor is. On the other side, we have basic self-explanatory add, duplicated and remove buttons. However, replace button might need some explanation. Replace works similar to add button, but instead of adding a camera fixture after the currently selected fixture, or to the end of camera profile, it allows you to replace currently selected fixture with a different type. The duration, name and modifiers will remain the same. However, any fixture data, like path points or keyframes, will be erased. This feature is really useful when you change your mind about what camera fixture you want, but without crazy routine of readjusting fixtures. Well, that's pretty much it about fixtures. Once you've finished editing, make sure to save your progress by clicking on floppy disk or pressing Ctrl+S. This action will save a camera profile. Make sure to play around with different interpolations. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.